Hey guys, I thought I'd give you a quick update about some of what we've been doing out here in South America. So the time came for us to leave Goiânia. Unfortunately, I haven't got time to tell you about going to the conference in Água Boa, the opportunity to share a couple of brief words there in Portuguese, going back to the farm and seeing once again how beautiful that all was. Brazilian bureaucracy and how difficult it is to change the name on your utility bills, some of the great cafes we went to, some more of the amazing church experiences we had. That time I accidentally got interviewed on the radio and spoke in Portuguese again.
Mudaram muito. Muitos jovens sem propósito na vida mudaram para viver para Deus.
The time we got homesick and started baking ginger biscuits because you can't buy them there. Being frustrated with our internet speed, so making a homemade aerial which boosted our speed by 2 to 3 times. The lightning storms, the Like a Boss barbershop, trying to milk cows, not milking cows, trying to milk cows. What money's like out there, visiting old Goiás and people being on their phones all the time. After a really life-changing 5 months, we said our goodbye to the Stevens family and we headed off to Rio. Now the only thing I really knew about Rio came from City of God and Fast 5.
This is Brazil!
It's guns and favelas, right? Now bearing in mind that everybody had told us as soon as we got to Rio we were probably going to get shot, mugged, raped and stabbed all at the same time. When we did arrive at night, we were feeling a bit on edge. But when we woke up in the morning, we were absolutely amazed. And I have to say, of all the cities I've been to in the world so far, I think Rio has to be the most beautiful. So Rio's set in a really dramatic natural geography. In a series of bays in the sea, you have some beautiful beaches which quickly give way to rainforest, which quickly give way to these dramatically rising mountains. And because of this, Rio as a city is like sprinkled in between the mountains. In the lower valley parts you have the richer or the industrial areas, and as you go higher up the hillsides you have more of the favelas and the poorer living spaces. We took a moment to go and see the botanical gardens. If trees are your thing, then definitely go. It's very beautiful. We hooked up with our good friend Matt Lewis while we were out there.
Why would you not be here right now? Wow!
Now we always seem to run into Matt in some weird cities, and by weird I mean amazing. So the last 3 times we've seen him, without having planned it, we have been in Paris and met him there. Then we were in San Francisco and Reading and met him there. And this time it was in Rio de Janeiro. Matt had already spent a fair bit of time in the city, so he was a great guy to show us around. But Matt also led us up a path on the very beautiful Pao de Azucar, or Sugarloaf Mountain. And while we were walking along, we saw a small sign that said it was dangerous along this route, but we thought that just meant we had to be careful. So we continued walking, but quickly it stopped being a path and it became more like a climb. So climb we did. The hillside got steeper and more of an incline. The scenery was intensely beautiful, but at the same time we were reaching the limit of what we could actually accomplish without literal climbing gear. We really pushed ourselves to go as far as we could, but eventually we realized that we'd reached a point of dangerous and impossible places. So beaten, we had to turn back.
I've been in this exact situation dozens of times. What you need to do here is don't panic, otherwise you could get lost and die. Don't leave me alone!
When we turned back and eventually got to the point where we read the sign, we realised that it had said that this route was so dangerous that it should only be attempted with proper climbing gear and an experienced guide. To give you an indication of what this looked like, check out these climbers. So because of this, I feel that we needed to award ourselves probably getting close to 5 Bear Grylls out of 5. But because we didn't have to start a fire, kill an animal, or drink our own urine in order to survive, we've had to revise that rating down to a 4.
This is good PDQ. PDQ.
We are boring, aren't we, John?
That's it. Jackfruit. This is just a magical view of Rio.
We met some great new friends in Rio, including Dani and her family, and we made sure before we left Brazil we hit a proper churrascuria for some really mind-blowing beef. We paid our respects at the Statue of Liberty. This one was guarding a cinema, and then we headed out from Rio for the next leg of our adventure, which I'll tell you about next time. Bye.